Hey, I'm Reese Schenkel, Program Leader for New Voices.
And I'm Joe Huddle, Program Leader for New Voices. New Voices is a one-act festival composed of plays written, designed, directed, stage-managed, and performed solely by our peers. Each of the four one-act shows you'll hear today were written in response to questions about the challenges that our peers faced this past year in quarantine.
But New Voices is more than that. It aims to build a space that transfers creative power to teenagers, enabling us to channel experiences into meaningful performances.
During our frenzied week-and-a-half rehearsal process, each member of our company has risen to the occasion of finding their unique artistic voice. And it really is important, especially now, for children to develop strong, open-minded opinions about the challenges that the world may present them.
We get to watch people who are otherwise labeled as just kids become dedicated, meticulous people who thrive in the arts. The passion and energy that flowed through our collaboration and independent thought was mind-blowing.
At New Voices, we aren't years apart in ages or experience. We're partners in a profession remarkably suited for our generation. We're partners in storytelling.
Please note that our fourth show, The One Who Couldn't Fly, contains discussions of some things that may unnerve some viewers. These topics include underage drinking, misuse of prescription drugs, suicide, mental illness, and profanity. If any of these things are triggering to you, please feel free to leave the room or pause the video at any time.
And tonight, we're going to share some real special stories with you. So, without further ado, we present New Voices Reconnecting.
Thanks for watching and enjoy the show.
Our first show, The Observatory, was written by Asha Mody and directed by Silmarien Grinath. Silmarien would first like to thank her amazing cast for how hard they worked. The show would not be the same without their dedication. The Observatory is a sweet play about a blossoming queer relationship between River Adler and Elizabeth Kisro in the 1920s. We join them in an attic observatory after sneaking away during the late hours of a party.
Do you ever wonder what it would be like to be a star?
No.
Never?
I don't think so. Why do you ask?
Well, I think it would be rather lonely to be a star. To be one in millions, indistinguishable from the rest, surrounded by other stars that look just like you. No defining qualities or sense of self, waiting for that inevitable bang. Always
overlooked and in that breathtaking glare of the moon.
Yes, always in that magical hue of shadow. I suppose it would be harder for, well, someone like you.
How now? Why is that?
Well, don't take this the wrong way, but because of your God complex.
Yes, of course. However, would I go on not being relevant again? You truly have illustrated my worst nightmare.
What is it like?
What is what like?
Having everyone watch you all the time, always being the center of attention.
Not as much fun as one may think.
No, I wouldn't expect it to be.
It has its perks, though.
Oh, how's that?
You never feel like you have to speak up in order to get your voice heard.
Must be deafening, though.
Why is that?
Well, everyone always wants to make their voices heard. You have no privacy. Everyone always wants to be your friend.
Sure, but I don't mind the company.
Doesn't it get old? Having everyone's eyes on you all the time? Not getting to live your own life?
Sure, but you get used to it. Eventually.
How do you deal with it?
Deal with what?
Your lifestyle.
It's just normal, I guess. It's what I signed up for when I was 19. You learn who to trust and who not to. You find your family. I was really, really lucky. I was able to find my people quickly. They kept me sane and humbled and excited about this life. Most of the time.
When is it hard?
When it stops being about living my life the way I want to.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Every night I spend at a different party, waiting for something different to happen.
But nothing ever does.
No, nothing ever does. I miss spontaneity.
Isn't your whole life built on this spontaneity?
Once you pull back the curtain, there's not much there. Everything's staged, and I live a staged life. And sure, sometimes I have fun. Most of the time I have fun, but some days I just want to climb to the top of a building and scream at the top of my lungs.
So why don't you? I'm sorry, but when was the last time you did something for yourself without thinking of the repercussions?
Well, I suppose it was when I came up here. But before that, I don't know. I don't make the decisions in my life. And if it were up to me, I don't know what I would do.
What would you want to do?
Honestly, I don't know. It probably wouldn't be partying every night and drinking champagne until I pass out. Elizabeth Kisro, the vain hedonist who partied herself to death at a random London nightclub. I don't want that to be my obituary.
Well, who do you want to be? How do you want to be remembered?
Well, it would be nice to be remembered as someone who actually did something. Not just some shameless party girl who refuses to have fun past 1 a.m. That is what a charming gentleman said to me the other day.
You must at least enjoy that part of your life.
And what part would that be?
Oh, the endless stream of suitors at your disposal?
Not really my style. What's it like for you?
What's what like?
Not being watched all the time. Oh, so sorry, that came out so rude. Let me rephrase.
No, it's all right. It's quiet. No one really expects anything of you.
Sounds nice.
It is harder to be heard, though. No matter how loud you scream, no one seems to hear. It's almost easier to just stay quiet.
That's what I would do.
Sorry?
You asked me what I would do if I had control of my life.
And you want to be me?
No, sorry. I would want to help get people's voices heard. People like you.
Now what are you looking at me for?
Nothing, sorry. I was just thinking back to secondary school, the first time I met you.
You know, I thought you were such an ass. I thought your head was way too big for anyone's good.
Well, I didn't think anything better of you.
Oh, really? Well, what was wrong with me?
Funnily enough, I thought you were the one with the God complex. You thought you were so much better than everyone else because you always got top marks and never got in trouble.
I wasn't all that good at everything, you know.
Like what?
Religious studies, for one. I just didn't see a point in pouring all this time and energy into studying about some guy who probably didn't even exist. Sorry if you're religious or something.
No, I'm not. Though, I never had to take religious studies.
And why not?
My father was a pastor, and people just assumed I already knew everything.
Did you?
Not everything. My father's and my relationship has always been complicated, per se.
I understand that. How often do you two speak?
Oh, we don't anymore. It's been a couple of years at this point. He paid my way through university and then realized I was a lost cause and cut me off. But I think we're both better off without each other in our lives.
You must miss him.
I think I miss the idea of him, the idea of a father in general. After my mother passed, things were never really the same.
I'm so sorry. I had no idea.
I was 9. She'd been sick for a while. It wasn't right to make her suffer. Guess that's the reason I am how I am. I never had the guiding hand to show me how to be a lady, and I don't know. I never felt loved in such a way that I guess that's the reason I'm so messed up or have such a big God complex.
Oh, that's not how I meant it. I'm sorry.
No,
I just thought...
No, I know how you meant. I just meant that I grew up thinking love was a thing of folklore. If you were enough of a hero, eventually the prize at the end of the rainbow would be love. If you gained enough popularity and enough people wanted your attention, eventually you would be rewarded with real love. And if you won enough awards, eventually you would be rewarded with love.
I gave up on love a long time ago. What?
I was just thinking how we must be the worst partygoers in all of history.
Yes, we must be. And your whole life is partying, so you have no excuse. I, on the other hand...
Honestly, who goes to a party and then ends up talking in the attic observatory looking at the stars?
People who care about more than just small talk and pretending to be something they're not.
That applies to both of us?
Yes. Well, more to me than you, but nonetheless, yes. People who are cultured, who want more out of life than just... who just want more. And also people who don't feel like dancing.
What do you mean, don't feel like dancing? I am always in the mood to dance.
I don't like dancing.
Preposterous. Everyone likes dancing. You just don't know how to dance.
What in the world are you doing?
I'm gonna teach you.
Oh no, I'm quite all right.
Well, why not?
I have two left feet, really.
And who says I don't? Dancing is saying what words can't. The most human way of expressing emotion.
I don't think you realize how bad I am.
Relax. More. Laughter. Yes, laughter is a good thing. Good. Now, you can put your hands on my waist. Just listen to the music. Oh, and try not to step on my feet.
Our next show, Day 761, was written by Harper Lee and directed by Cole Schenkel. Day 761 follows a group of teenagers struggling to survive in a post-apocalyptic world. 2 years after being randomly placed together in a survival shelter, they must work alongside each other to learn about faith, hope, trust, and love. We all hope you will enjoy the show as much as we have.
Val, can you hold still? Please.
Chris, what do you see?
Fire. A lot of it.
Where?
To the east.
There's no wind. It won't carry over here.
Val, I need you to hold still. I can't sketch you if you aren't still.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do. It's basic physics.
This is a stupid idea.
Val, shut up.
It is. It's not going to work.
Well, if you have a better idea, then let's hear it. I'm all ears.
Rachel, we can't actually put the picture up anywhere, and that's what a missing poster is for.
Picture's not for putting up. If someone came here, we can show them the drawing of Eric, ask if they've seen him.
When was the last time we actually let someone in here? Actually, when was the last time someone came in here? Never. You can't find someone if no one's looking for them.
When someone is lost, you make a missing poster for them. It's what you're supposed to do.
I don't look anything like Eric. He's your brother, Rachel, not mine.
For the last time, I'm not drawing you, I'm drawing the body shape.
Because Val's flatter than a pancake?
Hey!
Don't fight. Let's not fight. You know what? It doesn't matter. It's something to do, at least.
You know why we can't let people in, and why we can't go outside.
Not more of that toxic ground shit. We don't need to hear any more of that.
Hands down, Val. I need to see your face.
Toxic ground, toxic weather, and toxic people. And don't you forget it. It's the only way to
stay safe. Yes, we know, because you tell us every single day.
It's what keeps us alive. Survival is the most important thing.
If I wanted to hear government propaganda, I'd listen to a government pamphlet.
You don't need to read one. We've got Chris.
Our main goal shouldn't just be survival. What if we could start something new?
Eric tried that. And look where that got him.
You know what? I'm going to go update the calendar.
What does that make today?
Day 761.
That's a long time to be without rain. You know what? I'm gonna go check the water levels.
I checked them this morning. They were fine.
Something to do. I don't want to be here anymore.
April, don't go. Oh, come take a look at this.
The fire's spreading.
It still doesn't look like it can reach us.
I wonder sometimes if it's worse that in here's our place. I mean, we can see everything, but we can't get to it. Do you think it's better not to know what's out there?
We're goldfish who have known the ocean.
Wow, that's deep.
There's nothing out there. Just fire and dust and toxicity. We're lucky to be in here. These Survival houses have it all.
These survival houses are government funded.
Val, this is not a time to be so political.
What is that?
I don't know, but it can't be anything good.
I'll check the water levels.
No, I can do that.
Chris, you need to check the electricity. That's the only other thing that could have set up that alarm. I'll go with Rachel and we'll check the water levels.
Fine. Ira, Val, stay here. Keep a lookout.
For what?
I don't know. Something.
If I hear the words water levels one more time, I'm going to punch someone.
And we're in a drought like this. Water is the most important thing.
I think a better metaphor would be we're songbirds that have known the sky.
Alliteration. I like it.
Except none of us can sing.
Speak for yourself, Val.
Okay, I can't sing.
But I've heard you and Eric singing.
I miss Eric. Wish he had said goodbye.
Is that why you don't really sing anymore?
Yeah, I guess that's one reason. Hey now, don't go psychoanalyzing me.
Sorry. Val, can I ask you a question?
As long as it doesn't start with, and how does that make you feel?
What were you and Eric?
Seriously? That's what you want to know? Eric was my best friend.
But nothing more?
I'm not exactly Eric's type. For one very specific gender-related reason, you know?
I knew it.
You did not. If you did, why would you ask?
Well, I suspected as much.
Confirming a hunch.
Something like that.
You know, I wish I could tell what you were thinking. I wish I could read you as well as you read me.
That's very honest.
Well, that's me.
You can't read me? The others can.
Well, the others see things differently. They each see things differently. I think that Chris sees the minds of men, and Rachel sees the souls of men, and April sees the hearts of men.
What do you see?
I just see people. What do you see?
I see you. Even when I don't want to.
You do.
I do.
I think the apocalypse is confusing and surviving the apocalypse is confusing, but for some reason, I just can't figure you out. And funnily enough, I've only really noticed that now.
I'm confusing? You're confusing. How could someone be as funny and frustrating and, well, pretty as you? That's confusing! It's funny. They were thinking about this after an apocalypse?
This?
Yeah. This.
Well, life didn't stop after the apocalypse. We kept going on.
Did we? I don't know.
Did you really mean what you said before? About survival and starting something new?
I don't know. What has happened before will happen again. What has been done before will be done again. There's nothing new in the whole world. Ecclesiastes. You know?
You're very smart.
I like to think so.
What are you thinking about right now?
I've never liked someone like you.
Me either.
What was the alarm?
The water levels, they're almost empty.
What? That's impossible. They can't be.
They need to be adjusted every day. And you know who the last person was to adjust the water levels? Eric. Not you, Chris. They've been draining since he left. I saw the date.
Eric caused them to drain, not me. I couldn't do anything.
Then why didn't you tell us?
I didn't want to cause panic.
But you could have told us. And maybe we could have done something. God. Wait. We found Eric's notes.
Eric's notes?
Eric's note said that he didn't think the ground was toxic. Another lie you told us, Chris. You and the government.
We let you lead because you're the oldest and you seemed the most capable. But because of you, we're in a crisis.
You've been lying to us about the water levels. You've been lying to us about Eric. Why?
I had to.
This settles it. We have to leave.
We can't.
Don't you get it? We're all gonna die. We need that water. We have to leave.
I won't.
It's going to be difficult to survive out there.
Difficult, but not impossible. Finding water will be the first step. Finding water.
And then finding Eric.
Oh, and what about the ground? You step on it, you'll die.
Weren't you listening? Eric said it wasn't.
Oh, so you're all just going to accept that the ground isn't toxic? Just like that?
If I had to choose between slowly dying of water or quickly dying of poison, I'd pick the poison.
That's dark.
That's honest.
We'll have to make a plan, but we'll have to do it quickly.
Didn't you hear what I said? We can't go outside.
But we have to.
I won't.
I knew all along you were a coward.
If we go out there, we will die.
What is out there that you're so afraid of?
Weren't you in love with Eric, Chris?
Wow. Drop a bombshell right there, why don't you?
Chris?
Eric and I spent a lot of time together before he left. He told me about a lake that he went to find. It's 2 days from here. He said that you could get into it 2 ways, north and south, in case I wanted to follow him. I knew that if any of you found out about the water, you would want to leave too. So I lied. I lied about Eric leaving and the water levels. I thought for sure that rain would come. I thought for sure that Eric would come back. But he didn't. And I knew that if we went out there, we would die too. I had to be a leader. I had to keep us safe.
But you were with Eric.
That's not me, though. I didn't plan on it. It just happened. I'm not gay.
I don't know if anyone ever told you this, but it's not a bad thing if you're gay.
I don't know. I just wanted to keep him safe. Then he went out there. Now he's dead.
You don't know that.
We can't go out there.
But we can't stay here.
So we're just stuck?
Rock and hard place.
More like thirst and poison.
I never thought I would live to see this. I mean, I know that the world is going to shit. You know, the climate change, the politicians, the wars. But I never thought it would have come to this. Wildfires and toxic ground and no rain. What kind of a world have we been left? What kind of a world are we leaving?
I don't think that we can fix anything. I mean, if we go out there, we're doomed. I guess I thought that if we stayed in here, we stood a chance. I'm sorry that I lied. I was paralyzed by my fear. I didn't know what to do.
You shouldn't have had to.
Yes, I should have. I'm the leader.
Being the leader doesn't mean you know what to do all the time.
I hate to say it, but we are out of options. We're out of water. Without the water levels cycling through the air, we'll become contaminated. We won't be able to keep it from spreading. We have to leave.
Eric didn't think the chemicals had seeped into the ground here, but we don't know for sure if the ground's not toxic. We think, but we don't know. And if we get caught in a firestorm, we'll die.
The fire's to the east, so we can't go there. We're in the west. That leaves 2 directions, north and south. So that means we have 2 teams. A team that takes the northern route and a team that takes the southern route. 2 teams can cover twice as much ground, and we'll have a better chance of finding water. And finding Eric.
Then we really do have to go out there. That's all there is to it.
We'll find him, Chris.
How are we going to divide the group?
We've been here for over 2 years together. I don't want to split up.
Splitting up gives us the best chance. We'll draw for it. Here.
South.
South.
North.
South.
And that leaves north for me. All right, let's go downstairs.
Chris, I wanted to show you this. I had to paint it. I was the one who set off the alarm. I didn't know it at the time, but I used up the last of the water to mix the paint. I didn't know that it was the last of it. I'm sorry.
Don't be. Art is how you coped. I guess art was like your Eric.
I wasn't going to show anyone, but I just couldn't. It's like we're leaving him here. What if he comes back?
Then he'll know. He'll know how important he was to the both of us. He'll know that we went out there to find him. I know that I have a lot of stuff to figure out, but I'm hoping that when we find him, he can help me.
It's time. It's time to go. It's time to go outside.
I can do this.
We'll do it together.
On 3. 1,
2,
3.
3.
I knew it. I knew it.
Phew.
It's okay. It's safe.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Looks like around my ass.
The floor is lava. No, the floor is not lava.
Found no. Just no.
You know what I mean?
Can't believe it. I honestly can't believe it.
Now, I think we can survive. I really think we can make it. I don't think we have to be afraid and trapped anymore.
We'll see. And we'll see you soon.
I put your paints in there. So that way when you get to fresh water, you can paint again.
Thank you, Val.
I didn't want to say this, but what if we can't find water?
I believe there's life out there. There's water, there's animals. There might even be other people. We don't know. But I think we can start to heal the earth. And if we can't find water, well, at least we tried. We tried to make a future for ourselves.
I'd rather know we tried.
Look, are you sure it's not too late to go back inside?
You can do this. You've been preparing for this moment your entire life.
I have?
You have. It's time to leave. It's time for you to lead. To really lead. April and Rachel will need you.
Take care of Val. And take care of yourself.
I will. And I understand about why you were so afraid. I get it now. I didn't before, but I do now.
Well, what changed?
That'll help me understand.
And do you still hate me?
Well, I don't like you very much, that's for sure.
Good luck.
You too.
Do you really think we can do this?
I know we can, Val. It's you and me.
Just two goldfish trying to explore the ocean.
Two songbirds in the sky. Val, don't cry. Don't let this be the thing that makes you cry.
I'm not.
I can see your face. You're crying.
I'm not crying.
Then what was that?
Day 1.
Our third show, Nancy, was written by Elizabeth Shannon and directed by Lottie Doughty. This show is about a young woman struggling, like most of us, to find her place in the world and among other people, as she faces a ghost of her childhood. I hope you enjoy Nancy.
Finally.
What?
I told you to be down here 20 minutes ago. Everybody's waiting outside to see you.
Sorry.
What have you been doing? And don't say nothing.
Nothing.
You have to have been doing something.
I was just in the middle of something and I had to finish.
What? Homework? Or were you watching TV? Because I've told you, I don't want you watching TV on your phone. Anything you want to watch, you can watch down here.
I was on a call.
With who?
A friend.
You can tell me their name.
You don't know them. And we were doing homework. That's all.
Homework.
Homework.
Well, anyways, come outside. You don't have to stay for that long, but people will want to see you.
You always say that, yet whenever your friends come over, I'm stuck with them for hours answering millions of weird personal questions.
Oh, I'm sorry that my friends care about you and your life.
Well, tell them to care a little less. I'm sure they didn't like being bombarded by questions when they were younger.
You're exaggerating things. Tammy is the only one who has a lot to say, and Nancy used to be able to calm her down.
If you say so, but that doesn't even matter. Nancy's not here, so. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
It's been a while. I mean, years.
I still miss her.
I know. I mean, I'm sure you do. You two were really good friends.
Just come outside.
Yeah, I'll be out in a sec. Holy shit.
You've grown.
You're not.
No.
Are you? Is this some sort of spiritual summoning gone wrong? Sorry, I said your name. I did not mean to make you rise from the grave or anything. And I already have enough to deal with. I do not need supernatural stuff on my plate on. Wait. Why am I even talking to you?
Wait.
What?
It's been so long.
I'm sorry. I don't.
Do you recognize me?
I think so, yeah, but.
You changed so much.
No shit, puberty.
Don't think your father would like hearing those words from your mouth.
Have you talked to him?
No, I tried. But he can't see me like you can.
Well, I don't know how all of this works, but he's outside, so I can say whatever kind of language I want.
He always got so persnickety when I used that kind of language. I loved it. Never even shielded my kids from it. But your father had no tolerance. And your mother, even less than him. And Jared, He always hated me when I cursed in front of the kids. He said if I kept using that language, they would grow up to be imbeciles. But I say, if the worst they do is curse, then I raised them pretty well. How were they?
I was gonna ask you the same thing. You haven't
seen them?
No, it's been...
Sorry, you go.
Just, it's been years. Probably at least 5. You?
Not since.
Why are you here?
I don't know. I can't control it. I just sometimes appear in weird places. It can be awkward. I never know when or where.
Never your family?
No. I think it can only be in places I've been. And they moved, you know, when Jared remarried. You're special.
No offense, but I barely knew you.
Well, I don't show up to people who don't think about me. What do you remember?
Honestly, nothing. I've tried, but I've only heard about you.
You remember stories, no experiences.
It's not my fault. I was 7.
Tell me the stories then. It can get kind of lonely seeing everyone watch their kids grow, go to dinner parties, having fun.
I remember where we were when we got the call.
Oh.
Vacation, Spain, a whole nother country. I don't even know why we were there. No one in my family speaks Spanish. It's just, I remember it being so hot and sticky in that stupid hotel room. And I didn't really know what was going on. I just remember my dad crying, and I might have cried too, but not because, well, I guess I thought that if I did, my dad would feel less alone.
Was I the first person you had known to?
I think. And they couldn't go to your funeral. I didn't get it then, but I do now. That must have sucked. But they went to some other service your work held or something. I don't remember. They told me I could come, but I would probably be bored, so I stayed home. I looked at the program they brought back, though. I thought your picture on the front was pretty.
Anything else?
Well, that picture. And, oh, that one song that you used to like. Oh, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone. They pay paradise, a parking lot. They pay paradise, parking lot. My dad would always turn it up when it got on the radio. This is Nancy's song, he'd say. And then he'd sing it real loud and real bad. And then he'd be singing his heart out while trying not to cry at the same time.
It's a damn good song. Anything else in the 10 years I've been? Anything?
One thing, yeah.
Well,
I don't know how old I was, maybe 10. We were talking about sexual orientation, and my dad said that some people like both boys and girls, and he said that you did.
That's true.
Do you, or did you, maybe you still do you ask a lot of what ifs?
Maybe I'll spend my eternity. It's all I think about.
Me too.
Well, you can still explore those what ifs. Or not, if they're anxiety what ifs. Spit it out.
It's kind of cruel seeing you here.
Cruel?
Because I know it can never happen. I know you'll never sit on the porch with my dad or Miss Tammy again, but you seem so real. And I can imagine what it would be like if you hadn't.
Well, you said it yourself. You barely knew me.
But I still miss you. You would have been so perfect. You were a woman, a bisexual woman living and thriving. Didn't you have a girlfriend and a job and friends? And I never get to see that. Every queer person I know is like 20, which is great, but I guess I just don't believe in older queer people can exist. It's just, if I had you growing up, if I had known you like both, maybe I wouldn't have denied it for so long. Maybe I would have come out to you. Maybe I wouldn't have told you about who I was liking or dating, and because I don't tell my parents that shit. And I know they don't care, but there's a disconnect. My friend, she'll tell her parents anytime she has a crush on anyone. She'll go up to them and be like, well, Brady texted me and was talking to me in math class, but then there's also this really cute girl in my English class. And no, I could never. Just thinking about that makes me shudder. And my parents and I aren't close in that way. And I'm sure you don't need me to go on a bisexual identity experience or whatever. But you know how hard it can be and how confusing sometimes. And like, you weren't gay enough for the gays, but you weren't straight enough for the straights. I'll be sitting with my friends and my lesbian friend will make a joke about liking girls and I'll laugh along. And then my straight friend will make a joke about liking guys and I'll laugh along. I'll laugh along to both. And then they give me this look. They think I don't see it, but I do. That's like, no, don't laugh. You don't get it. You aren't actually like us. It's so exhausting. But you got through it. And I mean, if you were still here, there'd be a generational gap, but some people never see or get representation. They never see people and TV characters like them. But even worse, some people never get other real, living humans like them. They don't grow up with those role models, those connections, all of that straight white people get. And maybe representation isn't the word. I just mean like real life people, not characters, just I was so close, so fucking close to having you, that connection, that help, that representation, that guidance, a content middle-aged bi woman who could help me, who could get me, who could laugh about guys and girls with me, someone I could confide in. You existed, you were there. Not a fucking fairy tale, not a dream, not an imaginary friend, a real concrete person that lived in the shit show of a town that miraculously thought my parents were cool enough to be friends with. A person I don't remember at all, but who I met. And I didn't even know how important you could have been. And if the fucking ambulance could have found your fucking house faster, then you would still fucking be here. And yeah, maybe I would have hated you. Maybe I would have found you annoying or outdated. Maybe you're turf or something.
I'm not.
But I don't know. I'll never know. I'll spend my whole life thinking about this nearly... Do you know how many years I spent hating myself, obsessively convincing myself I only liked guys? I was just so close to having someone like you. But I didn't. I won't. You, the only cool adult in this place, had to go and die. And I'll never know if you'd been a second mother to me. I'll never know if I would have found you overbearing or enlightening. I don't even remember your personality. But it doesn't matter. I'll never find out.
Adelaide Jane, I told you. There you are. What are you waiting for? The appetizers are almost... Are you okay?
Yeah, just tired.
Your skin looks kind of blotchy.
Thanks, Dad. I was probably just laying it on weird upstairs.
But I didn't see it a few minutes ago.
Just drop it, okay?
Okay. Look, I'm sorry if I'm being too harsh. I'm trying to start a fight. I barely see you anymore.
Can we not do this? Can we do this another time, maybe? Just when there aren't people, like, outside?
Sure, I guess. I just miss you, Adelaide.
Oh, come on. That is so corny.
We can talk later.
Thanks. I'll be out in a minute.
A real minute this time.
Much changed?
I wouldn't say that.
They miss you.
Thank you for saying that.
I mean it.
I know.
I wish you were here.
I'm sure if I was, I would just be another one of your dad's annoying friends. All the nice stuff, the song, the stories, it wouldn't have been told to you if I had never...
So it's a lose-lose. Either I think you're lame, but you're here, or I think you're cool, but you're 6 feet under.
Basically.
But you can't guarantee that. And maybe it's an anxiety what if, but you're like still selling yourself short.
Maybe. Your dad is trying. He's not perfect, but he's trying.
I know.
He'd love to be closer to you.
That is such a guilt trip. You can't force things like that. You've missed a lot. 10 years. Shit's happened.
Just don't give up on him. For me, okay? You know, you look just like him.
I get that a lot.
I don't know if it's worth anything, but I would have loved you. And you don't need me. I know how the uncertainty can feel, but I believe that God took me away for a reason. He knew that the people in my life would survive, like your dad. And although it might have not seemed like it at the time, but that includes you.
God, that is so cheesy.
Do me a favor and reach out to Isabella for me, okay? I know she always loved hanging out with you. Facebook friend her or message or whatever you guys do now. And if you want, send her that picture. I think she'd really like it. She does love the 90s style.
I will.
You should probably go back outside.
If I leave now, will I ever see you again?
I don't know. Maybe not. But you can't just stay stuck in the same place waiting for someone else to appear. Like literally, if you don't leave now, your dad will probably chop your face off.
Fair. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, don't it always seem to go? You don't know what you got till it's gone. We pay paradise and put up a parking lot.
Hey, you're singing Nancy's song. Oh, and don't worry about Tammy. I already answered some of her questions about you.
Thanks.
Our fourth and final show, The One That Couldn't Fly, was written by Emilie Cates and directed by Rhiannon Pelton. This show features Ollie and Brook, childhood best friends, as they face some of Ollie's inner demons. After a party Brook threw at his apartment the night before, we watch as the consequences of Ollie's actions unfold. Ollie realizes he can't run away from these issues forever and is forced to face them head-on with his best friend. Please be warned that this show tackles themes of underage drinking and suicide. This show is all about helping find support systems to help you out from those dark places. Please enjoy the show.
Dude, I think it's noon.
Oh.
I can get you some coffee.
Please. Hey, bro, could you give me an aspirin too? Hey, Brooke, I said, could you get me a...
Baby aspirin.
Baby aspirin? Thanks, man. You're a lifesaver.
Yep.
And thanks for letting me crash here.
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciate it.
I know.
Stop sipping that damn coffee so loud. Your weak-ass aspirin isn't gonna cover that.
Maybe it shouldn't.
Man, how many people were over last night?
I don't know. I stopped counting after the race.
Race?
You don't remember? Dude.
When was this?
Let's see. You know that guy John?
Of course.
I leave for like a second and come back to see you two booking it down the hall. I thought my neighbors were going to come and call the cops. It was all for like this stupid victory beer or something.
Did I win the victory beer?
No.
Well, that doesn't sound like me.
You stopped halfway through to throw up.
Oh, that sucks.
Yep.
Hey, where's my phone?
It's in the hall. I put it on the counter.
Oh, nice. Did my mom call?
I didn't check.
Oh.
You gonna look?
No, I don't think so.
Your head still hurt?
Yeah, I just took the fucking aspirin, man. Why?
I just wanted to talk.
My mom is not gonna let me back into the house, I bet. My dad's back in town, so
You can stay here.
thanks, man.
You should drink some water.
Oh. Brook, come on. What the hell, man?
Drink.
Whoa. What happened to your eye?
Just don't worry about it.
Do I need to pay some retribution? Come on, rustle someone up a little.
Stop.
Who did it? Was it that John kid? I know where he lives.
Ollie, stop. Just quit it.
Why are you so mad?
I'm not mad.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
Well, if you're so not mad, you should put something on that. It looks pretty nasty.
Thanks. So, what do you remember from last night?
Besides getting wasted?
Besides getting wasted?
Girls.
No.
Did we go somewhere?
We did.
Okay, stop being so cryptic, man. If you have a problem, just say it.
How have you been lately?
What do you mean?
Up here.
I don't know. Fine. Get out of my head, man. There's only room for me in there.
You sure? If there's anything you need, you can talk to me.
Did I get us into a fight again or something?
No, but...
Look, man, I'm sorry if I dragged you into it. Is that where you got the black eye? Just tell me who did it and I'll...
Just stop.
Why? Why do I have to stop?
Just drop it.
No, Brooke. Just tell me who did it. It was John, wasn't it? That prick.
It was
I'm
you.
gonna... What? No, I wouldn't.
Ollie, just listen.
I would never do that.
It was a hard night.
No, Brooke, What happened? Brooke, what the fuck happened?
You don't remember anything from last night? Not even...
No.
Dragging me up to the top of that skyscraper? Looking out at the lights?
No.
Of course you don't. You were so out of it, you don't even remember where...
You were drunk too.
Not that drunk. You know what you said to me when you walked over to the edge?
Brooke, just stop, okay?
You said you were sorry.
Brooke.
You looked out at the city lights, and you said you were sorry. And do you know what I had to do? I turned my head for a second, and you were standing up on the... Do you know that building was 65 stories tall, Ollie? I had to drag your ass off the railing. You were so stubborn and drunk. You went fucking feral, too, trying to get away from me. You hit me in the face. Like, what the hell, man?
Brooke, stop.
You took us up to the top of a fucking skyscraper and you tried to jump off. You would have hit the cement and burst open for the rats to pick at. You would have jumped, and I would have been stuck up there, watching you make one more stupid decision in your life, and then what? Would I have had to take the subway home, trying to figure out what to say to your mom? What would she have said, Ollie? She would have sat there on the line, sobbing, while I told her how badly her daughter screwed up. And then I would have come home to this messed up apartment and tried to figure out what I could have done to stop you. If only I had seen the signs. Why didn't you say anything? Ollie, I'm sorry I yelled. I just want to help you be okay. You scared me.
I have to go.
No, Ollie, you don't. I want to talk about this. Ollie, you can't go.
Yes, I can.
Where are you gonna go, huh? You're hungover, broke, and you're banned from that damn coffee shop down the street.
My dad's.
One shitty baby aspirin keeping you going.
I'll go to my dad's.
The fuck you are. Hell no, man. Just stay here and take a minute.
No! Why do I have to explain myself? I was drunk.
That wasn't just alcohol last night, and you know it.
Not your business, not your problem.
Just sit down. We can talk about this. We can.
No! What the fuck, man? You can
just worry about you?
Just drop that on me.
I was the one to pull you off the edge, and like it or not, I'm a part of this now.
Stop!
Ollie, don't. Hey man, just calm down. Shit. Counting, right? Counting. You know, like in 1, 2, 3.
The fuck?
You know, like in the movies. Just do it. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that better?
Thanks.
My sister used to get those panic attacks.
I don't get panic attacks.
Right.
I'm sorry I hit you.
Yeah, I'm tougher than I look.
Yeah, right.
That aspirin kick in? Here.
Thanks. I didn't mean it. To try and actually do it. I mean, I wasn't gonna actually do it.
But Ollie, you did.
I didn't mean to. It was the drinking. Oh, God, it's not coming out right. I didn't.
Ollie, I don't think it was just the alcohol.
What's your favorite part of Brooklyn?
My what?
heard me. Like, where would you go if you could spend the entire day in the city?
Why are you... What?
Answer the damn question, Brook.
I don't know. Prospect Park.
Why?
It's nice there. It's quiet. It's a good place to think.
Yeah, but why specifically that park?
Ollie,
I want to know why.
well, I like watching the ducks on the lake.
What about when they're gone? What do you do then?
I don't know. I like to imagine where they went.
Like,
A warmer lake. What about you? Where would you go?
Coney Island.
Like the boardwalk.
Yeah, with all the rides and the people and the noise.
Okay. What do you like so much about it?
That you can just disappear. There's so many people around that you just become one of them and you're gone. It's like you don't have to remember who you are, your responsibilities, your problems. You can just lose track of time until you realize what happened.
Why do you ask?
Less depressing.
Forgetting who you are is less depressing.
Less depressing than wondering where ducks go.
Stay curious.
Broaden your perspective.
So, are we going to talk about it?
Talk about what? I could pick up a pizza. I think Luigi's is still open.
Ollie, stop.
What?
Avoiding the question?
Who? Me? I'm just so concerned for your well-being, Brook. I think you should eat. Maybe drink some water.
There's no need to be condescending.
Oh, who? Me? Condescending? Never. Are you accusing me of being condescending?
God, quit it.
Perfect. I think I will. I'm gonna go find those ducks you're so concerned about.
You're really gonna waste a good taxi on that.
Oh no, I think I'll walk.
Come on, Ollie. It's like 40 minutes away.
Good thing I like walking.
You haven't even brushed your teeth yet.
The ducks won't mind.
The ducks are gone. It's too late into the cold season.
Typical. Fucking typical. You know, of course they're gone. You know, why would they stick around? Why would they? Not for me to see them. You know, it's always something that's going wrong. Nothing can go fucking right. It's either no taxi or no ducks, no more food in the pantry, no pills left, no more damn pills left. I am so sick of everyone looking at me like they know. Like you look at me, like I need to be coddled because I'm such a damn screw up I couldn't survive on my own. I don't need you, Brook. I don't need you with your superiority complexes and your fucking staring. Just stop staring all the damn time. It's suffocating. I can't live under all your creepy little eyes waiting for me to mess up. Even my mom's just waiting. And hell, you were right. Because there I was staring off the fucking edge, having a way out, and you had to haul my ass back so I didn't do it. I remember, Brook, I've been up since 6:30, reliving that moment over and over in my head, because how could I ever get that out of my head? How? And the scary part is I was going to do it, Brook. I don't know what to do anymore.
I know. And I'm gonna help you.
Can I have a drink?
No,
I thought you said you would help me.
exactly.
Great.
What did you mean by the pills, Ollie?
The what?
Stop it. You know I heard you.
Would you believe me if I said they were for my tea?
You don't drink tea.
But I'm open to try it.
Ollie.
Xanax.
You're taking Xanax?
Was. We ran out a few days ago.
Don't you need a prescription for that?
They were my mom's. She got rid of this whole big bottle when she thought she was cured.
And you found it.
Doesn't take a fucking genius to figure that out. Stop that.
Stop what?
Judging. I know it was stupid. I don't need you telling me that too.
I wasn't going to say that.
But you were thinking it.
I was thinking about how it's addictive.
I'm not addicted.
Didn't you read the label?
Yeah. Just didn't care.
Okay. How much were you taking?
Anything to get the edge off.
So...
A lot.
And you drank well on it?
Sometimes.
Oh, man.
Since when did you become such a damn doctor?
It's common sense. I'm sorry. I'm not judging. I'm trying to understand.
I just couldn't take it anymore. The constant panic whenever I'm alone or when it gets quiet. I hate being left to think, Brook. That's when it all barges in and I can't get a second of peace.
And the pills helped? For anxiety?
It made it go away. At least long enough to let me sleep.
You'll have to learn to manage without those.
I'm not as stupid as you think.
I wasn't thinking that.
Weren't you? Or were you just regretting begging me to stay?
That's not it.
Because I'm regretting it.
Were you expecting a nice chat about the weather?
I guess I expected you to stare that much.
You're being paranoid. I don't blame you, okay? I may not understand it, not agree with what you're doing, but I'm not going to yell at you.
Again.
Again.
And why are you trying so hard to figure it out?
Because I care, Ollie. I care about you. If my best friend tried to jump off a skyscraper, you'd better expect me to be here grilling you about it. You really think I'm just doing this all to look good? After all the time we've known each other? Of course I'm here, Ollie. I'm always here, and I don't care how many times I have to say it. I want you here. I can't imagine what I would have done if I wasn't there with you. Without you? God, Ollie, I can't. Ollie? Hello? Yeah, he's here. She just decided to stay over. Yeah, I'll tell her. Bye.
Who's that?
That was your mom. She couldn't reach you.
What did she want?
She wants you to come home. She was worried.
Wait, she wants me to come home?
Yeah,
You're sure?
I'm sure.
Then I guess I better go home.
I'll walk you.
No, I think I'll take a taxi.
Oh, ambitious.
Have to be.
Here, you'll need your coat.
Thanks.
Don't worry about saying that anymore.
Okay, then I appreciate it.
Can I ask you a favor?
What is it?
Meet me at Coney Island tonight at the boardwalk.
What? No lake?
Nah, I should broaden my perspective, shouldn't I?
Boardwalk it is. Maybe we'll even see those ducks.
I don't need to. Let them go wherever they go. It'll be their decision when they come back.
I'll see you tonight.
See you tonight.